What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Akim Sterling here. Now in today's video we are going to be looking at this ND filter right here from Neewer. Neewer did send this out to me to do my unboxing and review of, but I'm going to show you guys inside this video. Now this ND filter right here which I'm going to look at is a 1 to 9 stops of variable ND filter which can use to level up your videography or photography skill. But first, let us look at what is a ND filter and why it is important in videography. So an ND filter stands for natural density filter. So it's basically like sunglasses for your lens. So imagine you're outside shooting in a bright sunny day and you're taking in a lot of light into your camera lens. Your footage can sometimes be overexposed. But having an ND filter, it actually blocks out the amount of sunlight from entering into your camera, which keeps your footage from overexposed. Now, this makes sense if you're a cinematographer or someone who's shooting something like a wedding or those cinematic styles of video, and you're using that shutter rules angle, which is said that your shutter speed should double your frame rate. So, for example, if you're shooting like 24 frames, your shutter speed should be 48 or 50. And if you're shooting 30, your shutter speed should be 60. And if you're shooting like something like 60 frame, your shutter speed should be 120. Now, if you're doing that, especially if you're shooting like outdoor, now your footage can be overexposed. I mean, if you lower down your ISO to the minimal, it will still overexpose because you're letting in a lot more light into your camera, and this is what I'm going to use to regulate your exposure into your camera. Now, this ND filter right here is the Neewer variable ND filter. Now, this has a 1 to 9 stops of ND filters right here. So this is a footage with me removing the ND filter. As you guys can see right there, my settings is actually the same. I'm recording at 24 frames. My shutter speed is 50. I'm at a ISO of 640, which is the native ISO on this camera right here. My f-stop is at 2.8. Now, what I can do right now, if I'm not using an ND filter, I can increase my f-stops. So, as you can see right there, I'm lowering down my f-stops. As you can see, it eliminates all of the background blur. Now, I'm at f13 right now. As you can see, all of my background now is in focus, which I don't really want if I'm outside like shooting these type of video like this. I don't want to include all of my background. But if I'm shooting something like a landscape, it is okay for include all of the background, but I don't really want it. So what I'm going to use right now is I'm going to put on my ND filter. So, you guys can see. So I'm going to bring down back my f-stop to 1.2, and I'm going to put my ND filters on, and that's how it looks. Now, when you put the ND filters on, what you can do is to adjust your stops based on the conditions. So I'm going to just turn it around. And now I can adjust the exposure right here based on how I want it to look, based on the condition and how bright the time is inside my video. And now, as you guys can see right now, my background is more blur and it gives that nice cinematic look that I'm going for. Now, this ND filter have an extra stops. So if the time is very bright, very sunny, you can naturally slap on this magnetic ND filter right here, which can bring your ND filter up to like 512, which is really great, especially if you're shooting those harsh conditions and the sun is really bright. Alright guys, so right now I'm using an ND filter onto my lens right here. You can see that my shutter speed is 50, my ISO is 640, and my f-stop is 2.8. And you guys can see right there, I'm having my background really blur. So if I'm shooting like a product like this outdoor or a subject, an ND filter is what we can use to get those nice creamy background blur, especially if you're using a lens that can go down to 1.8 and 2.8 and so forth. So we can have those background separation, especially when you're shooting outdoor. As you can see now, guys, I'm using the same exact settings, and now my footage is really overexposed. So what I could do if I'm not using an ND filter, I can lower down my ISO, and that will still make my footage overexposed. And I can also bring up my f-stops right here until it have the image just how I would want it. I mean, we still can see some bit amount of background blur, but it's not so as perfect as how we'd want it, because this right here doesn't really have a shallow depth of field, and image kinds of look a bit darker in terms of when I'm using this right here, because it doesn't really let in much light. Now, if you're a photographer, you can use an ND filter as well to get those long exposure, especially when you shoot it outdoor like this in a bright condition. So as you guys can see right now, I'm taking a long exposure of this water stream right here. Now currently I'm using the ND filter on my lens, and this is just my settings on my camera. So what I'm doing right now, I'm adjusting my ND filters to make my exposure go down a little, because what I'm doing, I'm opening up my shutter speed, so I have it to 5, and I can bring it down lower, but since I'm doing that, I have to put on a more extensive or more stronger ND filter to minimize the amount of exposure that come into my camera. So as you can see, my image becomes a bit darker now. Now what I'm going to do is to lower down my f-stops so I can let in more light into the image. So I go down to lower about 5.6, and I'm comfortable with this right here. So I'm taking a photo, and this is just the image which I'm getting with this long exposure right here into my camera using this ND filter. Now I'm going to show you some more shot, and let me know what you guys think of these pictures right here, which is really great. And without an ND filter, I won't be able to capture this image, because actually you have to minimize the amount of light. If you want to go longer exposure, it will actually takes in that of light inside your camera, and an ND filter is perfect in capturing these image. Now the thing I like about this ND filter right here is that whenever I'm using this ND filter, I'm not seeing any color shift, especially when I'm using this right here, because most cheaper model ND filter, whenever you put them on your lens and start to be able to use them, you will see some like X crossing onto your lens and stuff like that. So this doesn't show any X cross, and this actually doesn't show any color shift. Now, one of the things that you don't want to do is buy an expensive lens and get those cheap ND filters which puts onto your camera lens, which actually defeat the purpose of using those expensive lenses. Actually lower the quality of your lens while using those cheap ND filter. Now this one right here, as you guys can see, it sits on my lens really perfect, and I'm not seeing any color shift inside my lens and stuff like that. Really great, especially if you shoot it outdoor like this and you want to minimize those exposure. Now when buying ND filter for your lens, you have to know the correct threading on your lens for you to know exactly which one to actually choose. Now if you look on your lens, you will see a 0 with a little strokes across it, which has a number beside it. Now that's where you know exactly what filter threading you must actually go for when buying your lens filter. Now we have a lot of different threading that you guys can choose from. I'm going to put links of this exact model in my description, which also have various threading of any filter that you guys can choose from based on your lens filter threading. Now this exact one that I'm using is this 72 filter threading, which is for my Sigma 16 to 28mm lens. So if you're using this exact lens, you can also check the link in the description. But if you're using another different lens, you can also check the link as well, because this has different threading that you guys can choose from. So if you're a person who always shoot your content outdoor in a bright sunlight and you don't want to compromise your settings to combat all those exposure, an ND filter is what I recommend you guys using inside your video. So guys, let me know if this video was helpful, and remember to subscribe to this channel for more content like this. And if you guys have any question, please let me know down in the comment section. As always, peace. I'm out.